The man crawled out of the river contaminated with nuclear wastewater and vomited black blood in his car. He was a thief who had fallen into the river to escape the police. The water was filled with leftover nuclear waste, and he had accidentally swallowed a few mouthfuls. Back at home, he couldn't stop vomiting. At night, he kept sweating and shivering, unaware that his body was beginning to mutate. He endured the night, and by morning, he acted as if nothing had happened. He ate and drank normally and went to meet an old man to sell a gold watch he had stolen the day before. The old man also offered him a side job to meet with drug dealers. Unexpectedly, a gunfight broke out between the two groups. The old man was killed on the spot, and the man was shot. He fell from the 18th floor, but to everyone's surprise, he got up and looked at the tall building, a bit dazed. He just wanted to go home and be alone. He ran dozens of kilometers in one breath and arrived at his doorstep, where a woman was waiting for him. The woman kept pestering him with questions. He closed the door and ignored her, but she continued to make noise outside. Annoyed, he punched the security door, intending to scare her. To his surprise, he punched a hole right through it. He felt a mysterious power coursing through his body. He pulled out a wardrobe and pushed it against the security door with ease. To further test his newfound strength, he removed a radiator and bent it with a single effort. The man was bewildered. He had only drunk some nuclear wastewater, and now he was mutating. That night, he covered his face and went to an ATM. With a few punches, he tore the ATM out of its place and carried it home. With this money, he bought his favorite yogurt and was about to change his bandages when he noticed that the bullet wound had healed. His body had become much stronger. It seemed that the nuclear wastewater was responsible for these changes. Suddenly, a scream came from downstairs. He rushed out to see a group of gangsters surrounding the woman. Normally, he would have minded his own business, but this time, he pretended to pass by. The woman was dragged into a room, and the gang leader pressed a knife to her face. At that moment, the man burst in. He slowly stood up, and the people in the room were stunned. A fat man threw a punch at him, but the man caught his hand and lifted him into the air. The other gang members were no match for him. Seeing his subordinates defeated, the gang leader fled immediately. The woman looked at him with admiration. To protect the woman from further danger, the man asked her to stay with him. The next day, he found a map on the woman. It was a map of the cash transport route. Meanwhile, the gang leader had also set his sights on the cash transport vehicle.